Live from Toronto downtown. It's me, Hugh. It's liquidlunch-channel.com, and we're very happy to have Heather Skoll back on the show here.
Thank you.
What was it, about a year ago, Heather?
Yeah, year and a half
You
or
were
so.
here with the We Can Change the World project. And now that your work is complete, you've moved on to something else, a new project, right?
Yes. more types of things to do to change the world.
Okay, great. So we're going to find out all about it here, and we've got Guilhem Paillet joining us here, and
That's right.
Great to have you here, Guilhem.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
So now I don't know where to begin here, but you were mentioning, Heather, that this project, which is called Reset Zone, and it's an app of some sort, and we're going to find out all about it, is kind of grew out of the work that you were doing with We and the We Can Change the World project. So do you want to maybe tell us the story?
I'll tell you the story. So the short version of the story, in working with a lot of youth through We Can Change the World Day, is having the pleasure of being with them during their last year of high school, applying to universities, taking their exams, worrying about marks, and Guillem's shaking his head, he knows what I'm talking about, and realizing how anxious they were, how their moods were really being affected. And I thought, gee, I'm a yoga teacher and I am also a body-mind therapist. How can I help them? And I knew generally they're a small version of the whole population representing many, many, many other youth going through a lot.
Well, not just youth.
Not just youth. We're all going through a lot. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, and Guilhem, so, I mean, are you out of high school now, or are you?
I just graduated last year. I'm currently at Wilfrid Laurier University.
That's where I went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Are you in residence?
Yeah, I was in residence first year. But
Which
now
one?
I was at King's Court.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. It was
It's
nice.
not on campus, that one, right?
No.
It's a little off campus. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so now I'm working with Heather for this summer and hopefully longer on her project called Reset Zone, which Heather will tell you all about. But I guess kind of how I got to this position where I'm working with Heather now started when Heather started working on We Can Change the World Day. I was working for another charity, and so we worked with each other a number of times indirectly. And so when she finished We Can Change the World Day, I finished high school as well. It was kind of the perfect fit for me to work with her on her project, Reset Zone.
Okay, great. So are you in second year now?
I'm entering second year, yeah.
Are you in the co-op program?
Yeah, I'm doing a dual degree in business and computer science, so
Okay.
I will be in co-op.
Okay, great. So this is not necessarily part of the co-op program yet. But
No, this is
But I know.
pre-co-op.
Okay, so co-op's big at Laurier. So,
Yeah.
so okay. So now, it's great that you're working on the project. So tell us about the project itself, Heather.
Reset Zone is an app, and the idea of it is to have something at your fingertips at all time to help you when you're feeling an emotion that you can't kind of get over or get through. Everyone's on their phones. I thought it was a perfect vehicle to create the content for these tools. They're also actual live videos with real people, real practitioners who do work in the field of wellness, and they are meant to look at, for example, let's say someone identifies as anxious and they're really, really anxious. They'll be given a selection of video tools that will, they could choose one, they can watch it, it's only up to a minute long, and if that helps them calm down,
Right.
they can carry on with their day, and if it doesn't, they can watch that one again, they can choose another one.
Another app.
Another
A
tool,
recommended
another video.
tool will come up, and
Yes.
so what kind of tools are these, or what kind of videos, what kind of techniques are they techniques? Like, for
They are.
example, is there, like, you're feeling anxious, maybe take a deep breath? I mean, that can be very effective.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. So let's say you identified as like really, really angry.
Yeah.
And there's the idea of the volcano. So you go on, you find the volcano one, and it happens to be one I did. and I basically say, you're really angry right now.
Yeah.
And you're feeling this like heat rising inside of you. And so let it rise. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And do this with your hands with me.
Oh, you're supposed to do that?
Yeah, and so somebody can do it along with me. You can do it along with me.
Not
and so let it rise to the top.
Yeah.
And then let those, energetics of that anger sort of fall away from you. And, we repeat that a couple of times. And, that's your minute. And it's one that I used a lot when my kids were young.
Oh, boy. So are these like all sort of, that sounds like a little bit of an exercise, right? Are they all kind of exercises?
They are, whether some of them are breathing techniques,
Yeah.
some of them are mindfulness techniques. We have a practitioner who is a Qigong specialist, so kind of like ancient work that works on your organs that helps to clear out different emotions as well.
Really? Like
Yes.
what kind of, what does that exercise?
So for example, and I'm not sure I'm going to get this 100% right because I'm not the practitioner for that, but for example, if you are anxious, he might have you doing something where you're putting your hands on your kidneys and you're imagining a color that you're sending to your kidneys and doing a certain breath that helps to move through the emotion as well.
So there's so many things that that you could incorporate into this.
Yes.
Like you could do like certain Reiki things,
Yes.
right? Or that tapping. Do you know about
Yes.
that?
I do know about
Have
that.
you built that into the app?
It's coming. We have one with some very simple tapping without it sort of being the official whole protocol of the tapping.
Oh yeah. Well, you can just do some quick fixes, right?
Yes.
So that's now. So where did you? Okay, so both of you guys are here today, but like, what was the process of coming up with the different videos or procedures or exercises? Like, how did that work?
Yeah. So do you want to?
Yeah, so I'll kind of walk you through how it works. Essentially speaking, to get practitioners on board, we bring them to the studio, we have them record their exercises, they put on the exercise videos onto the actual app itself, and obviously all the videos are 1 minute long. We make sure to categorize all of them by the different emotions. And so Heather's been doing a lot of that, getting practitioners because she has a strong network of people in that space, getting those practitioners together onto this one platform and getting them to record, obviously. And ideally, Heather and the rest of the Reset Zone team is going to work hard to keep on getting those practitioners on board because we really want to get a large variety that can target a large variety of different circumstances, right? So right now, for example, we're classifying everything by emotions, but ideally, we might want to enter a space like sports, right? Like, for example, if an athlete is very stressed out about their playing, we want to be able to enter those more niche spaces once we have a more diverse set of practitioners on board, which we're going to work hard to accomplish.
Yeah.
Well, which is great. So in other words, the app isn't finished. It's kind of an ongoing, and you can bring all kinds of alternative practitioners in.
So that's actually a perfect lead-in to mention that we're actually in the beta phase right now. The app is on the App Store, so anyone can go online, download it, just Reset Zone, you download it from the App Store. But we're in the beta phase, by which I mean we're still adding to it, and we're still looking for feedback. So what are users looking for to add in terms of new emotions? What emotions are you really trying to address in your day-to-day life that we haven't gotten to yet? And so we're doing that for the next month or two, and then we'll finally be at the final, or the main launch of the actual app.
Now, I'm always curious about business models. So I'm just curious, what is the business model, if there is one? I mean, everything's got a business model.
Absolutely. Yeah, this has been a really interesting conversation around business models. So we're looking at this as a social enterprise.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Not that you have to make a ton of money, but you want to be sustainable, ideally, right? Financially sustainable.
Absolutely. So when we get to our next version, we will still have an ability of people to go on as long as they sign an account and have access to certain amount of the content. we will then be looking at more of a little bit of a subscription model for the everyday user, as well as we partner with different organizations, those organizations sort of will get the license, and they will have an option either to add their own content with their own people, and or then offer their employees or their clients a discounted rate on the app itself.
Yeah, well, because I can see this being a big advantage for practitioners who have a unique something to offer on the app, because now they will become known as, they're on the app, so those people are they're already in a relationship with them in a sense.
Absolutely.
So maybe you can make it. I'm just talking because I like to.
It's great.
But maybe make it free for people, so more people would use it,
Yes.
and then just bill on the other end.
So
Right, on the practitioner end.
Right, just to keep it. I know it's a social enterprise, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're making money, but you do need to maintain the project, right, for
Right.
everyone's benefit.
Right, we absolutely need to maintain the project. So right now, practitioners who are on right at the very beginning haven't had to pay.
Which is great.
And we've brought them up to a studio in Oak Ridges, and Mark Pezzolato, so it's Pesmosis Music Production Studio.
I forgot you knew that I knew that.
That's it.
Hello, Mark. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to Mark. Do you guys know about Day Job Orchestra?
No.
Do you?
I'm not quite familiar with that.
Anyways, it's this funny video thing, but they also are great musicians, and they actually, there's a video of them playing YYZ by Rush
Oh, okay.
Wow.
in Mark's studio, which is amazing because they're just as good as Rush. I think the drummer started playing for Saga, anyways. Anyway, that's another story.
That's so
but
cool.
yeah, good old Mark. So now, Guilhem, have you used the app yourself?
Yeah, so I have used the app. I find it's really nice. Obviously, all the practitioners are certified. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's nice if you're like at first it was obviously like I haven't used this app ever before. I'm gonna force myself to use it. But then next thing you know, like you're actually feeling a certain emotion. You decide, okay, this is the perfect time to actually try the app. And it works really great, honestly, in my opinion. And from the feedback that we've had from our other users, they've actually they've started employing it at times where it was actually a good fit, and they really enjoyed it, especially because most other apps, they don't have actual people on the app. They have a little do this little tapping exercise on your phone or whatever, or a breathing exercise. But I guess what distinguishes Reset Zone from other applications is that there's people on the app walking you through it. It's much more personal in that sense.
So it's now I'm just curious how it works technically, in a sense. So they're videos, basically.
Yes.
Right? And where are the videos hosted? Do you just pull them from YouTube, or do you have some
They're
other?
hosted privately on YouTube.
Okay.
So if you want me to walk you through it, sort of.
Yeah.
You get on the app, you sign up /login. You get to the page with all the different emotions. You pick your emotions. There's a scale to put the intensity of that emotion. Because sometimes you're feeling angry, but you're not super mad, right?
Yeah.
So you put low or high intensity, whatever you want. It'll recommend different exercises based on that intensity. You go through the exercise, and then after that, it asks you, all right, now replace yourself on that same scale and try another exercise if that one wasn't, the best for you. And so you can keep on trying exercises until you find the right one, if you need to, and then ideally you reset.
So those videos are not available on YouTube publicly.
Not
No.
yet.
And
They
maybe
could be. They
Well,
could be.
you could,
Yeah.
but they're available through the app. So there's the incentive to
That's
use
right.
the app rather than.
There will be a selected few that we choose for marketing purposes
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
people will be able to see, so that they'll want to
Right.
have more content available to them. I want to tell you of an example of how the app was used this week.
Okay.
I'll share that one. So a mom of one of our staff who has been putting her eyes on the app, the younger daughter was really frustrated. Her computer wasn't working. She was trying to do some homework, and her mom ran in the room with the app and said, okay, you're feeling like this, go. And she watched a couple of the videos, and then she calmed down and was able to deal with the frustration of the computer much more calmly.
Wow, this sounds like something you could send to Donald Trump before the G7 summit, or might save the NAFTA agreement.
Yeah, for sure. We could use a reset right now.
We all could use the reset right now.
Now, so Guilhem, it's I guess you're pretty much done school now for this, or no? Or
for the summer, yeah.
For the summer,
yeah.
So I'm just curious, what was your role putting the app together? Were you the main technical guy, or what was it?
No. So I've actually come on recently in terms of the development of the app. That was done through a third party. I joined just recently to do a little bit of more sort of the marketing aspect.
Yeah.
I'm doing the beta testing, a lot of strategy with Heather.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need someone to just stare at the spreadsheet, look at what the users are saying,
right,
and then confer that information to Heather and so on.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll be helping her a lot with the planning moving forward and making sure that we get everything right. But obviously, she's the leader here. I'm just.
So is it mostly you guys, or do you have other people on the team?
We do have others.
Yes, we do have others. Right now we're a team of 4 with some back-end admin help, and the development company has been phenomenal because they're full service development, the IT part, and branding, marketing. Mm-hmm. And so they're Tree Frog, and mm-hmm. they are up in Newmarket.
Okay, so now I'm curious. So what is the kind of the rollout strategy for the for getting the app out there, the basic marketing for it?
Yeah. So we're going to really go to hard launch in mid-August.
Yeah.
At that point, we'll have a new version. We'll have more practitioners and more content added. We'll fix up any of the things that we've noticed, some that are spelling mistakes. So anyone who checks in on it, if you notice anything like that, just let us know as well. And we want to be able to fix all that. And mid-August or so, a lot of social media.
Yeah.
And more advertising via Facebook as well
mm-hmm.
to promote it, to try to get it into students' hands before school starts and when school starts.
By that time, we should also have a large variety of practitioners on board. So having them all there, obviously they want to promote themselves. So when we launch officially on social media in August, we also want our practitioners to sort of share the app, let people know about it, and that's also another way to sort of propel it further forward. And obviously we'll have different team members such as myself. We'll be going back to different cities like U of T, I go to Laurier and so on. And we can start trying to get the app to break into those other regions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, you mentioned students a number of times, and I don't know if students, do you think they're more stressed today than they were a generation ago?
Oh, I do believe so.
Really?
The numbers say so, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think? I wonder. Other than
I think in some ways is that when I grew up and I went to school and was a good student and I came out of school, I could choose a job to go to. Well, today the kids come out of school and they're like, there are no jobs unless they're creative and can create their own. They can't afford to live in places like certain cities like Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Plus they have all that student debt.
And they have student debt on top of it all. Yeah. So I think there are maybe more stresses, actual stresses, and I think our world has more stresses at all. And I'm a big kind of I have a lot of interest in the world and climate and environment.
We sort of talked about that the last time.
Yeah.
I mean, Guilhem, you're a young guy. Are you concerned about those things as well?
Yeah, of course. We're constantly learning about all these social issues a lot in school, and when you get to university, it's actually even more prominent just because students are now taking a much bigger role, especially at a school like Laurier. They're taking a more a more bigger leadership role to fight different social issues. Just because part of it is also they're trying to get experience, but part of it is the whole business shift with profit and purpose. I think young people really believe in that idea generally, and so they do try to do a little bit of both before they pursue any kind of career. So you see that a lot more now on university campuses.
Okay, wait a second. I got to ask you about that. Profit and purpose.
Yes.
What is that? So you're in business and computing.
Yeah.
Is this something that comes out in the business classes.
So it's actually funny, we were talking about that on our way here. We read a book called Weconomy, which was written by Mark and Craig Kielberger.
And Holly Branson.
Okay. And
Yeah.
in that book they talk about it, and it's funny because they talk about profit and purpose.
Yeah.
And in my first year of business class at Wilfrid Laurier University, like they literally talk about like how a lot of businesses are shifting to meet the triple bottom line, which is the 3 Ps: people, planet, profit. And so those are the and people and planet. That's kind of your purpose if you pull it out. But yeah, it's basically the same idea.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
And we're learning that today in business school.
absorb all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you don't no longer have the one bottom line. You really do have more bottom lines, and that's going to increase as
Yeah.
we move into the next few decades.
Right. The only well, I used to be a part of an organization where they did a thing called a social audit to kind of evaluate where they were on that people and
Yeah.
purpose thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to measure those things, right?
It is,
But I mean, on the other hand, the world is about more than just measuring things. The world
Yeah.
is more than just numbers. So.
For us, when you say that, yes, data will be important for us to direct the app in the right way. But I want to say, like, my bottom line personally with this app is if there's one person that we keep resetting back to a place where they're calm again and they don't fall down that spectrum of mental health and off that spectrum, and we, literally keep resetting them, to me, to save the one person will be all worth it.
Okay. Maybe you should get some laughter stuff in there. I'm just thinking, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because they say laughter, well,
Yeah.
besides being
Absolutely.
the best medicine,
It
it's
is.
just when it gets all your endorphins going, right?
Yeah.
Little comedy clips in there. That could be good.
That's a great
That wouldn't be a
idea.
bad idea,
Do you want to
actually.
come on the app
Yeah.
and
Just
do
as-
some comedy?
Well, I can tell you a few clips to put in there. Or you can take anything from Liquid Lunches over the years. If you find them funny,
Thank
you
you.
can put them in there.
Okay.
Just let me know.
I will let you know what we find. And,
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Maybe
you.
we
That's
should.
awesome.
Let me think about it. Maybe who knows what we can do. But
Absolutely.
it sounds like it's a great project, and you're going to launch in mid-August. Are you going to have a big party and get all the practitioners in the same room? And
We're going to try to do that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that would be good. You're going to have it up north of Steeles.
It'll probably be north of Steeles. Would you come if it's north of Steeles?
Well,
Do we have to kind of have it on Steeles?
well, they kind of got that subway going up north of Steeles now, so it's not as bad as it used to be. So, but yeah, sure, send me an invite. I
Okay.
would love to at least know exactly when it's going to happen.
Of course, thank you.
So, well, guys, it's been great to have you on. Nice to meet you,
It's been
Gilliam.
great to be on, yeah.
And good to see you again, Heather.
too.
And so, again, let's just tell people where they can go. They can go download the app right now, right?
On the App Store, just type in Reset Zone.
Okay.
That's it.
Great. And we got Facebook.com Reset Zone here as well. Is there any
Yeah.
other URLs or anything you want to let
Yes,
people know about?
yeah.
We have a Twitter and Twitter and Instagram handle at Reset Zone, capital R, capital Z.
Nice.
And our website, we have a splash page where people can go to put in their emails, so they will be tagged to be beta
Oh,
Beta
great.
tester.
tester.
Yeah.
as
So
well.
what's the website?
ResetZone.ca.
Nice.
Yeah, you go there, you just put down that you're interested in being in the beta testing, and we'll email you more information.
Okay, cool, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Okay. And so thanks, Heather. And come on back with whatever your next project is.
Thank you.
Okay. And Gilliam, you too. So,
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to take a little break. LiquidLunch.channel.com. We're going to come up next with Dr. Michael Irving from the New Leaf Chronic Pain Center, and I think Laura's going to be here. So see you in a couple minutes.